Righto folks, I'm at it again. Don't think this is the best light for filming, but I've never let that stop me before, so just have to put up with it, I'm afraid. I've come to this little gravel pit I've been fishing again, so I hope I'm not boring you with my little gravel pit videos. The venue I was going to go to has got another match on again this weekend, so that was out of the question. And much though I would have liked to have driven down to Surrey to go tench fishing, I was coming from a girlfriend's and it's just too far really. It's like a best part of 2.5 hours if I do that, so no. So I've come somewhere local. Conditions it's very windy actually, and sort of it's sunny at the moment. It wasn't earlier. Looking really quite good conditions. Wind's blowing down, kind of down into this corner where I'm fishing, and essentially it's the weekend. I kind of want to chill out really, have a bit of a rest and recoup. So rather than stalking around or anything like that, I've just hit it with bait. I've put in a lot of particles, probably, I don't know, it's not a lot by some people's standards, but by mine I've put in probably 1.5 kilos of particles, putting quite a lot of boilies, about 100 whole and mashed up, and a few handfuls of pellets as well. I don't want to go too mental on the pellets because of the crayfish. A couple of tins of corn. I put it all on one spot ish. I sort of spread two areas, if you like, very close to each other, so it's basically one spot with two concentrations of bait. And that's kind of on the out in the swim. There's a sort of gravel silt threshold. The gravel slightly to the right is a bit closer in, so I'm guessing that the gravel kind of goes out diagonal to the bank, if you like. So the right hand rod is over silt and the left hand rod is over gravel. I'm just seeing which one's better. Sometimes they like to grub around in the silt, sometimes they don't, you know, so wait and see on that one. Got a cup of tea. That's about it really. I'm not going to bother showing you the rigs, it's not that exciting. Everybody's got their own favourites. One rod has got a German rig on, the other rod has got just a normal standard bottom bait rig on. Fairly short hair. I'm a bit worried about the crayfish. If I had a long hair on there, I'm worried about the crayfish kind of mangling it all up, and so if I've got a bite, then I might not hook the fish. That's short hair, so it can't get itself into trouble basically. And I love the German rig, I think it's brilliant. I always get excellent hook holds with it, don't lose fish very often at all. But that's also got the bait very close to the hook, so again the crayfish can't hopefully tangle it up too much. Give you a little look out in the lake. You can see how windy it is. You can probably hear it actually. Hopefully that tree over there doesn't kill me in the night. Pretty confident that this wind will hopefully push the fish down this end of the lake. I've had a walk round. I did see some fish over the other side in the calm water, but I don't know, my instincts say they're going to be down here. So basically I've put in bait and I'm just going to wait and see if we can catch them. Well, I just thought I'd do a quick report before the sun goes down. It's coming into the sort of witching hour now. This place really does come alive as the sun starts to set. Obviously haven't caught anything yet, haven't had a bite, had a couple of little crayfish plucks. I haven't been sort of watching the water much really, because it's basically been a bit grim and windy. I've just been tucked up, had a kip even. Every hour or two I've just sort of flicked a couple more boilies over the spot to just make a bit of noise really. When I have looked, I've seen the odd fish out there. I saw definitely a carp sort of a bit further out than where I'm fishing. But I'm going to sort of hold fast and keep on my spot. You may well be able to see all the little roach there, lots of little roach and stuff up on the surface. I haven't been plagued by the crayfish actually too much, which is really weird, because when you float fishing it, they're incessant, like really bad. And when you're stalking with a bit of sinking bread as well, they're straight on it. So I'm not quite sure what that's all about. It actually looks like there's a few bubbles popping up over my main feed area. I've really fed quite tight. I don't know if you can see, but where this kind of ripple ends, that's about where I am. It's not very far out really, it's probably 30 yards. And it's kind of like the intersection of where the gravel meets the silt. This side, there's obviously a bit of a trough over there towards that tree. It's deeper and it's silty. So I'm kind of fishing one on the gravel and one in the little trough. But I'm just going to settle in, cook up a few Polish sausages and eat them, have a cup of tea and go to bed. And tomorrow, depending on the weather, tomorrow morning I'll probably sort of pack up early-ish and just go around and have a little stalk. Unless if I catch loads in the night, then I might stay put. But if I don't catch anything in the night, then I'll go off and I'll try and salvage the situation, basically. Alright, bye for now. Well, I had absolutely nothing during the night. Barely a bleep. So, don't know quite what was going on there. Looked really good for it as well. Don't know whether it was just a case of there being not many fish in the area. I don't know. Anyway, earlier on I came for a little wander around. I've seen some fish over here in the corner. So I've just kind of got these rods set up to fish out to some snags. But what I'll probably do is bring them in a minute and go for a little stalk. I've seen some fish right in the corner, really close in. So I'm going to try and catch one of them. One of my old Nemesis fishes in there is a koi, a white koi about that sort of size. So I've been trying to catch that for about 3 weeks. So that'd be nice. So I think I'll have a go over there, and then if I'm just not catching anything, then I'll come back around and I'll cast out the bottom baits close to the snags and just have a 2 or 3 hours on it really. Then I'm going to pack up and go home. So right, I'm going to bring those in and set up a little free lining rod. Well, this is a fish that I've been trying to catch for a good few weeks now. It's lovely white koi. Look at that. It's obviously a recognisable fish. And I've been trying to catch it for a while. I just caught him now on a bit of free lined bread. So what a beauty. It's not massive, it's probably 8 or 9 pounds I would say. But yes, mission accomplished. I'm well pleased with that. Alright, I'm gonna go and pop her back in. That's pretty epic, catching that carp. I've got both these rods out here now. There's a sort of fallen in tree bit, branch. I've got one in front of that, and then there's a sort of gap in between the two snags there, so I've got one in the middle of there. Seen a few, wandered up and down and seen a few fish bubbling. Hopefully they're not bream, and fingers crossed. This is actually a spot I want to do a night. I want to do a night fishing over to the snags. They spend a lot of time in there. It's really snaggy over there, and the fish spend a lot of time in there. They quite often will, the majority of them will be out and around and about the lake. But I didn't see a lot last night, and I don't know whether they would just hold up over here. It's kind of weird with the wind pushing down that way. You'd think they might be down there, but funny old things, aren't they, fish? I think fishing to these snags is your best chance of catching anything in the day here, unless you're actively stalking them, sort of static fishing. I think anywhere else in the lake, I just get the feeling you don't really stand much of a chance. Alright, so I'm fishing over in here. I've got one just off the edge of that branch that's fallen in, one in the middle of there. Really, it's just a case of sitting here and doing nothing really, and hopefully getting a bite. I think I'm going to pack up now, just because it's getting hot. I've been for a wander around the back there and not seen anything going on, so I'm going to go home and do something more productive. I've got a whole load of hemp and particle and just stuff to do, boilies to roll, so I'm going to have a few hours on that, and probably edit this video actually. So that's it for now. I'm chuffed a bit that I caught that nice koi carp. Unusual not to catch anything else, but that's how it goes, I suppose. I shall see you later.